We're now joined by David C.M. Carter, who is the chairman and founder of QDOOZ. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you.
David, we've got some fun facts about you. Grant, do you want to?
So, I understand you've been a supporter of Fulham for many, many years, clearly a contributing factor to your business resilience. How many divisions have you seen Fulham in?
Well, I've been a Fulham fan for over 50 years, and during those 50 years we've been in the first, second, third, fourth, third, second, first, third, fourth, quite a few times over the years. So hopefully we'll stay in the Premiership this year, but I think it's going to be a hard fight.
Yep, I think so. Good luck.
Thank you.
And you've also spent 20 years mentoring CEOs and written a book.
Yes. After about 15 years, I built up what eventually became the world's leading CEO mentoring company, and we had offices all around the world. And when I exited that business 8 years ago, I started doing a lot of work on television and talking, and everyone said, "Oh, you should have a book." And I had always felt I had a book in me, and I decided to write a book for my children, who I brought up on my own for 20 years. And Matthew Kelly, who ended up writing the foreword to the book, said, "Oh, you should get this published." I didn't think it had a chance of being of any interest, but anyway, it sold over 100,000 copies around the world now and been translated into a number of languages. And actually, because of the success of the book, I was at the TED conference in Long Beach about nearly 5 years ago. And it was all about disruption, Uber, Airbnb, and I thought, how do I disrupt the analog coaching and mentoring industry and create a digital solution that is available to everybody, anywhere, anytime, on any device for free? And that is what QDOOZ is all about.
Brilliant. Thank you, David. Well, before we go to your pitch, we're going to watch a quick video.
Okay.
Okay.
There is a fundamental life skills gap affecting our society, both in our personal and professional lives. Developed life skills are vital for a happy and contented life, as well as critical for career success.
Life skills aren't taught at school, they're not taught at university, they're not taught in the workplace anymore, but they're vital to success. So we have put together, after 2 years of research, the 240 life skills that employers are crying out for. We have put together expert content on each of those life skills that will help you get ahead, shine brighter, and provide you with the life skills you need to succeed.
QDOOZ is a unique digital platform designed to develop life skills by providing access to comprehensively researched and curated content. Unlike alternatives, QDOOZ offers focused goals and community-based learning, and a structured journey that measures your success.
The content available on the platform comes from some of the most authoritative figures across the globe in terms of the coaching, mentoring, personal and professional development industry. And what the users will be able to do on the platform is access this content through articles, videos, infographics, and listicles. And this is going to be highly curated content that is short form, so they're easily accessible on an app. They get to select the qualities that they want to work on and the life skills that are pertinent to them in their environment. Each piece of content has actionable steps at the end of it, so people know exactly what they need to do once they've consumed the content.
240 life skills. I didn't even know there were that many. I'm sure you can. I'll read your book and I'll find out what they are. Are you ready to pitch?
Yes.
Okay, you've got 10 minutes.
Well, I think that QDOOZ is actually quite complicated to explain because it's a new concept. And I think whenever you try and describe a new concept, everyone tries to put it in a pigeonhole that exists in their brain already. So this started off 2 years ago with a lot of the press and the media talking about the soft skills crisis. And 60% of UK employers say that young people lack the life skills that they're looking for when they are employed. And 95% of executives in corporations say that young people don't turn up to work with the life skills that they are looking for. 40% of the jobs that exist today won't exist in 10 years' time, and 40% of the jobs that will exist in 10 years' time haven't been invented yet. Yet our education system for the last 20 years has been pumping out students with technical knowledge skills that can be downloaded instantly on the internet if you need to know them. You don't need to learn them by rote to pass an exam at the end of it. And so we spent a year and a half talking to hundreds and hundreds of major and minor employers about the soft skills, or life skills as we call them, that they were looking for that their employees didn't have. And actually the list started off at nearly 800. And after a long period of time of editing and curating those down, we ended up with 240. And interestingly enough, last week, before we finalized the wording and the taxonomy of these life skills, we had a whole user testing group checking the phraseology and the wording to make sure people understood what they meant. And the faces of the individuals as we're going through these 200, it's like, wow, you can learn this stuff? I was never taught this at school or at college or university or at home or in my community. And they all know that these are the things that they need to succeed in life. And so that was very exciting and very encouraging. And so it's been proven scientifically that people with a higher level of soft skills or life skills earn more money, 15% over the course of their career, that they get promoted more, develop more, advance more. So these things not only help you in work, but they also help you outside of work. And so the problem is quite huge for society. Post-Brexit, Britain's going to absolutely need to get its act together commercially and improve our productivity, which isn't all going to come through hard knowledge skills. So anyway, there are two routes to market that we can start off with. There's many over the next few years. The first is that we're going to take QDOOZ to the 1.5 million students who are at UK universities in a partnership we've done with UCAS. And the second is, and this is really what's taken a year and a quarter to put together, there are over 6 million members in the UK of professional membership organisations. And the top 130 of them, which have a royal charter, have about 4 million members. And until very, very recently, a year or so ago, all of those members were required and still are required to do CPD, or continuous professional development. And the only things that they could learn to get the hours or the points for CPD was hard technical skills. But a lot of the members of those organisations said the things we need to learn to develop ourselves at work are more life skills and soft skills. And so now all of our content, all of the life skills and the qualities have all been approved by CPD standards. So people can spend time on the train, going to work, coming home from work, offline, learning these life skills and qualities, which not only will help them succeed in their careers and in life, but will also get them their CPD points. So I think I've talked about that already. So over the last couple of years, we've done all of that research. We've got our own in-house tech team. We launched a beta version in the 2 app stores in July this year, which is far from the finished product, but it was really to make sure we could fix all the bugs, so any device, anywhere, anytime, could, QDOOZ could operate on it. And it was also used to test the brand and the navigation and the flow and some of the concepts and ideas that we were trailing in that prototype. And so between now and launch, which will be in April next year, we will complete the acquisition of all of the content that's required for the life skills topics and the 81 qualities. And because we have done these fantastic deals with UCAS and a number of these professional membership organizations, even assuming very modest take-up rates and a relatively modest percentage of the take-up going for an annual subscription versus a monthly subscription on our premium model, although there is a freemium model too where there's advertising.
Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you.
Grant, if you've got any questions.
David, thank you. That was fascinating. So tell me about a little bit more about the content and how it's delivered across the platform.
Content will be in initially 5 formats. There'll be videos, articles, listicles, infographics and podcasts. And the life skills are broken down into 10 categories of life skill. And separately, there are 4 quadrants of your life, and each quadrant has 4 sub-contexts in it. So, for example, one of the sections of your life might be relationships at work, at home, significant other, community. And so all of the content is tagged by the life skill that you're looking for, the category, and the section of your life, the context that you're looking for.
Yep.
And so we've got 140 coaches and mentors from around the world who are all experts in different aspects and different life skills that have agreed to contribute multiple examples. Matthew Kelly, who's probably the world's leading life skills writer, is going to write 1 article for every life skill. Richard Barrett, who's the founder of the Barrett Values Center, who's the world's leading expert on values and qualities, is writing an article on each of the 81 qualities. We've got partnerships with 3 of the top technical training companies that have written work for life skills that we're buying content from them. Some media partners, all of the professional membership organizations have their own content that they can upload. So there's lots and lots of different ways.
And how will people pay for this?
It's 2 ways. It's freemium model, so you don't pay at all.
Yep.
But there's advertising, and that's a browse-only access, so you can still consume all of the content. But if you want to bookmark the content, watch it offline, use it for your CPD points, have the CPD widget, or access some of the other premium content components, there's a premium subscription.
Which would be in what range?
Well, we're finalising the pricing over the next month or so.
Okay.
It will be somewhere between $4.99 a month and $9.99 a month, or $49.99 or $99.99 a year.
Okay.
Somewhere in that range.
Thank you, David. Quickly, last question. What would you say are the top life skills?
Listening.
Listening.
And problem solving.
Sounds good.
They're probably my 2 favourites, but
Thank you. Thanks,
That's
David.
thank you.
Right, that's all we've got time for
Thank you.
today. If you'd like to find out more about QDOOZ, you can do so at Crowdcube's website. That's crowdcube.com.